Have you ever walked into a room and just stood there, trying to remember why you went in? Maybe you laugh it off, or maybe it nags at you a little more than you let on. You're not alone. And let me say this right now. Getting older does not mean you're supposed to feel confused, tired, or invisible. But so many people over 60 feel exactly that. And it's not because they're doing something wrong. It's because no one ever told them what they could be doing differently. Today, I want to talk to you about 9 habits that may be sneaking into your life without you realizing they're holding you back. These aren't complicated, and they're not about turning your life upside down. In fact, they're the kind of things that once you notice them, you'll wonder how you ever put up with them. So if you've ever felt like your body is slowing down faster than you expected, or your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be, or maybe you're just tired of people assuming you're not capable anymore, this video is for you. Stick with me because you might just find that a few simple changes can make you feel stronger, clearer, and more in control than you have in years. And hey, before we jump in, if this kind of honest, helpful conversation feels like something you'd want more of, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This is a space for real talk, real solutions, and a real community of folks over 60 who are ready to live life with energy, purpose, and joy. I get it. Really, I do. Getting older can sometimes feel like the world is moving on without you. Your joints creak a little more, the mirror shows lines you don't remember getting, and sometimes your days feel a little too quiet. You start noticing things, forgetting names that used to come easily, feeling winded after climbing stairs that never used to bother you, or realizing it's been days since you talked to anyone besides the cashier at the store. And maybe the hardest part? Feeling like you shouldn't complain. You tell yourself it could be worse, or this is just how it goes. But deep down, it's frustrating. It can feel lonely. It can feel like you've lost something, your sharpness, your spark, your place in the world. I hear that, and so do millions of others. More than ever, I'm having conversations with people in their 60s and 70s who are saying things like, I just don't feel like myself anymore, or I thought I'd feel more confident at this age. That's not weakness. That's honesty. But let me remind you of something you might have forgotten in all this noise. You've made it through things that would have crushed a lot of people. You've raised families, built careers, overcome heartbreaks and health scares, and you're still standing. You're still learning, still growing. That strength? It's still there. Sometimes it just needs a little space to breathe again. Now here's the good news. None of this is set in stone. Just because something has been a certain way doesn't mean it has to stay that way. You're not too old to feel strong again. You're not too old to feel clear-headed, connected, and confident. In fact, this stage of life can be one of the most powerful if you know where to focus your energy. See, the beautiful thing about being over 60 is that you know yourself. You know what matters and what doesn't. And that gives you an edge. Because when you start letting go of a few small habits that quietly wear you down, and I'm talking about things like how you move, how you eat, even how you think, you make room for the kind of life that feels lighter, fuller, more you. I'm not here to tell you to start training for a marathon or give up everything you enjoy. That's not realistic, and honestly, it's not necessary. What I'm going to do is walk with you through 9 things, just 9, that so many people over 60 do out of habit, not realizing they're getting in the way of feeling good. And more importantly, I'll show you what you can do instead. Simple shifts that can make a real difference without turning your life upside down. Let's get into it. Let's start with the first thing you need to stop doing, saying, I'm too old for that. You probably said it out loud, or maybe it's just a quiet thought that shows up when someone invites you to try something new, whether it's joining a walking group, picking up a new hobby, or even learning how to use your smartphone better. That little voice says, that's for younger folks. And just like that, you pass up something that could have added energy, joy, or connection to your life. Here's the truth. Age might change the way you do things, but it doesn't mean you have to stop doing them. I know a woman named Bernice. She's 74 and just started painting for the first time in her life. You should see the way her eyes light up when she talks about mixing colors. She told me, I didn't realize I still had surprises inside me. That right there, that's what I want for you. The second thing to stop doing, sitting for hours without moving. I know, sometimes the couch just calls your name. You sit down to read or watch a show and suddenly 2-3 hours slip by. But long periods of sitting stiffen your joints, slow your circulation, and drain your energy. You're not being lazy, it's just a habit that creeps in. Here's something simple. Set a gentle alarm or keep a glass of water in another room so you have to get up every hour or so. Just a quick stretch, a walk down the hallway, maybe roll your shoulders a bit. It's not about doing laps around the block. It's about keeping your body in motion. Little movements go a long way. Next up, stop brushing off the small health changes. You notice your sleep's been off, your digestion isn't quite right, or your energy dips in the afternoon. But instead of checking in with a doctor or jotting it down, you say, it's probably nothing, or I'm just getting older. I get it. You don't want to make a fuss. But those little signals can be your body asking for help before something bigger comes along. Start by keeping a simple notebook, just a few lines a day. Write down how you're sleeping, what you're eating, any new aches, and how you feel. It'll help you spot patterns, and your doctor will love you for it. It's one of the best things you can do for your health, and it only takes 5 minutes. Now, here's a big one. Stop telling yourself that memory loss is just part of aging. Yes, it's common to forget where you left your keys or blank on a name now and then. But that doesn't mean there's nothing you can do about it. Your brain is like a muscle. It needs exercise too. Try this tomorrow morning. When you make your coffee or tea, take 1 minute to recall everything you did yesterday, from breakfast to bedtime. Don't judge, just see what comes up. It's a simple mental stretch, and it keeps those neurons firing. Even better, call a friend and share a story from your childhood. You'll be amazed how fast those old memories dust themselves off when you start using them again. And speaking of friends, let's talk about loneliness. It's something people don't like to talk about, but I will because it's real. Maybe you lost someone. Maybe your kids are busy with their own lives. Maybe the people you used to see every week just aren't around as much anymore. That quiet can get heavy, but you're not meant to carry life alone. Pick one day a week, just one, and reach out. Call someone. Invite a neighbor over for tea. Join a local group, even if you just sit and listen the first few times. Connection matters. It keeps your heart full, your mind sharp, and your spirit strong. These are just a few of the things that can make all the difference. Not because they're flashy or complicated, but because they're real. They're doable, and you're absolutely worth the effort. Here's something else I want you to stop doing: overloading on medications without reviewing them. Look, I know how easy it is for those pill bottles to add up over time. A prescription here for blood pressure, another one for sleep, something else for digestion. It happens. But did you know that many older adults are taking medications they no longer need, or that aren't working well together? It's not your fault. No one really sits down to explain it all. But too many pills can lead to side effects like dizziness, confusion, or fatigue that we sometimes mistake for just getting older. So here's what you can do. Once a year, ask your doctor or even your pharmacist to do a full medication review. They'll go over everything you're taking and help you understand what's still necessary and what might need adjusting. And if something doesn't feel right, speak up. You know your body better than anyone. Next, stop eating light on protein. I know a lot of people over 60 who start eating less overall. Maybe just toast in the morning or a light soup for dinner. But your body actually needs more protein as you age to maintain muscle, strength, and balance. You don't need to eat like a bodybuilder, but slipping a little protein into each meal makes a big difference. Think small and simple. A scrambled egg in the morning, a spoonful of nut butter on toast, some Greek yogurt with berries, or adding beans to your soup. These little tweaks can help keep your muscles strong, your energy up, and even support your immune system. Now let's talk about balance, literally. If there's one thing I've seen that catches people off guard, it's falls. 1 second you're fine, the next you're dealing with an injury that takes weeks, even months to bounce back from. And the thing is, Balance isn't just something you lose, it's something you can practice and improve. You don't need to take a class or buy fancy equipment. Just stand at your kitchen counter and practice standing on one foot for 30 seconds. Hold on gently at first if you need to. Do it while the kettle boils or while brushing your teeth. It may feel silly at first, but these tiny moments train your body in ways that can literally save you from a fall down the road. And finally, stop believing it's too late to make new friends. I know it's harder now. People are busier, or maybe they've moved away or passed on. But connection isn't just for the young. It's for you right now. It's never too late to find people who make you feel seen, heard, and valued. Start small. Say hello to the person you always see walking their dog. Join a group at the library or a local church or community center, even if you just sit in the back at first. Most people are just waiting for someone else to break the ice. Let that someone be you. These 9 shifts may seem small, but they're powerful. And more than that, they're doable. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You just need to choose to stop doing the things that drain you and start giving yourself the attention, care, and confidence you deserve. If any of this hit home for you, if you caught yourself thinking, wow, I do that, or maybe I needed to hear this today, then there's more where that came from. Because these 9 changes, they're just the start. In the next video, I'm going to walk you through 7 simple daily habits that can bring more clarity, energy, and joy into your life, starting first thing in the morning. And one of them, it takes less than 5 minutes and has helped so many people feel more focused and uplifted throughout their day. So if you're ready to start living with more purpose, more confidence, and just more you, go ahead and click on that next video. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. This space is just getting started, and I'd love to have you along for the journey. Before you go, I want to ask you something. What's one thing from today's video that really spoke to you? Was it the part about balance? Or maybe it was that quiet moment where you realized you've been telling yourself you're too old for new things. Whatever it was, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. This isn't just a channel, it's a community. And I believe we're stronger when we share our stories, our wins, even our struggles. You never know who's reading your comment and thinking, that sounds like me. Sometimes just seeing someone else say, "It first," is enough to make you feel a little less alone. So don't be shy. Leave a comment, share a piece of your journey, or just say hi. And if you have a friend or sibling who could use a little encouragement today, send them this video. Let's keep lifting each other up, one conversation at a time. You've got wisdom, heart, and a whole lot of life ahead. Thanks for being here.